Okay, hold on. Not just the mace. We're gonna switch to shell too. Did I did see the video. I did see the video. I wish I had watched it with headphones. Oh man, it was actually kind of nice to see them kind of like waiting their turn for their pumpkin noms. All right, let's figure out a shell. There was a in the while I was watching the video, they were doing where's the scholar? Here we go. I like the scholar's voice a lot. I think this is the one. I think this is the one that is really good for resolve. I think. So one of the recommended videos that pops up while I was watching that pumpkin video was capybara eating cucumbers, and the only food stuff that I had ever thought of associated with a capybara was yuzu. But yeah, I never thought about what they even eat. Assuming it's all like vegetables and stuff. Alright, hold on, Ganessa. I gotta figure this one out. Here we go. Look at me. I'm a philosopher with strong resolve. They eat heretics. I'm hoping that the smoldering mace plus a lot of resolve was good. I have no idea what to expect. Tar. We have tar. Let's just get all the tar and all the resolve. That's a start. Or not resolve, all the glimpses, I should say. And just see what can we do with all this. 70. Maybe I should slow down. Here we go. 81. Okay.
Yes. Taste the truth.
Yum. Alright, what's the most important thing? I can afford everything. What's the best thing I can do that I don't already have? So, resolve for NPC, I got it. I have heal on using weapon ability to slay an enemy. Okay, this is actually sounding pretty awesome. Let's see, strength. I don't know if I want the kick right away, unless the kick does something special resolve-wise. It'll happen, but not right away, I don't think. So, nah, I don't... Maybe Recollection of Death. Power to process a chance to... Oh my god! Ascent is amazing. Hold on, what's Death? Oh, that's a good one, but I've had it. It's not the most important thing for me right away. While being struck when hardened, that's pretty cool. Inheritance, good. Ascent is amazing. A glimpse on reading lore for the first time. That opportunity is mostly gone, but that's cool. The duration of time enemies remain hardened when you're separated from Solomon is increased. So that's what's going on. You are hardening stuff in the vicinity to buy you time. When holding a sacred gland, Solomon gains 25 maximum health. Gains 1. When not holding a gland, he gains 1 maximum resolve segment. That's actually pretty. This is interesting. This is very strange. Okay, so inheritance and ascent are both amazing, and I can afford both of them. I'm gonna grab both of these.
It's gibberish. Familiar signs and symbols etched by a human hand in my own tongue. Yet they're arranged without any discernible logic. The letters spiral in concentric circles, interspersed with figures that resemble mathematical formulae. It means nothing, I'm certain. But I can't look away.
I love this dude. He's so good. The voice actor is so great.
The faces of infinity are etched in stone, stacked in endless columns. Careful now. The precarious weight of such knowledge could crush an unwise man if he were to pluck a tablet in haste.
I think what I should at some point do is look up who the voice actors are for this, because they're solid. I wonder what else they've done. You gave Sekiro a second chance. I need to go back and do that final playthrough. Where did you? So your first playthrough for Sekiro, when did you bounce? Like when did you put it down? And then how are you feeling on the second attempt? I guess this is the most useful one right away, because I'm going to start reading stuff. I'm going to just experiment with everything. Resume drill playthrough. Where'd you leave off?
How could this be a story of a man with my name? He bears the same scars, shares in the same desires, even finds the same tablet. Can it be called history if it's written by a being that sees the future as readily as the past?
I actually kind of really like that line. Can it be called a history if it's written by a being that sees the future as readily as the past? You got bored in the gorilla. You mean the one, what is it called, Beast? The Guardian Ape? Watching Peeve dig into ESO has made you kind of want to get back to it. I hate to say it, but I'm actually somewhat interested in ESO. I normally loathe MMOs because they're usually such grindy garbage with the same crappy combat systems. But ESO's combat looks okay. Like, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks like something I'd be interested in giving a shot at.
Don't overindulge.
I'm realizing now, unless I switch shells, I can't get rid of this insight. I should have eaten it all at once. You were extremely poor, so you couldn't get any of the DLC. Fountainhead Palace single-handedly kept the game in your memory. Trying to think, is that the one that you get to after the real fight against the old monk? Or not old monk, jeez, what is it called? Corrupted monk? The, like, okay, yeah, the corporeal version of the corrupted monk. Luckily, I live in an age where if I got deep into ESO, I'd put money towards it for sure. It's weird, it's so intriguing. Like, it doesn't have the things. I don't see the things immediately in ESO that put me away from playing MMOs. So now I don't know what to make of it. It's so strange. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna play it or not. Oh, freaking bear traps. The final boss at the end of the Fountainhead Palace that one's great. I almost did it again. Everything outside of that range is from decent to good. Fountainhead Palace blows your brains out. But what about the horrible brain sucker enemies, whatever they're called? I can't remember what they're called. Ironically, all the Kingdoms of Amalur gameplay you've been seeing lately is making you want to go back to WoW. It definitely, the aesthetic of Kingdoms of Amalur reminds me of WoW if it was an action RPG. Here we go. Here's our Grisha. Let's practice by getting dunked by this thing. This is the first enemy I should fight. Completely woefully unprepared with a weapon that I have no. Hold on a sec. Hold on a minute. I can give myself an edge in this. No. They still suck brains. Or they make you wither. You know what I'm talking about. The, what are they called? The freaking, Mind Flayer looking, but they're not Bloodborne versions. The ones that, if you're in their glimpse, they suck the life out of you. You one-shot those. In Sekiro? Rubies? You mean the Okami characters? The ones that draw a trail out in your direction. The mace yearns for more condensed fuel. I have the Awakened Stone. I got the initial ignition source. The ones that use the same move that, why is my brain totally not here today? L2, R2. Gain enough resolve from attacking enemies to activate a powerful weapon ability. Well, I'll try it some... Oh, it gives me all my resolve, right. Oh yeah, I got another rune for this thing too. More healing, that would be very nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, Genichiro, that's what I was thinking. They use the same attack combo that Genichiro uses. Sorry. It seems that given enough time, I do that all that knowledge immediately just like seeps right out of my head. Alright, I've got a nice upgraded mace. I've got an ability I don't know what to do with. Let's go kill a Grisha. That only costs one? That only costs... No, I just built it so quickly, I didn't realize. Man, you get a ton of resolve. I didn't realize it was this much. Here's the other upgrade. The other, the other mace property. So one inflames it, the other one just hits it, does a big hit. There's the other big hit. Oh, I thought I parried that. Okay. Oh, come on. Hey, that's rude. That is rude. I totally mashed the button over and over again right next to my corpse there. Most people didn't play Sekiro more than a couple of times, so it's understandable the knowledge to just exit your reign. That's true. Like, I had a lot of fun with it.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
Oh my god, captions, what are you doing? Second shot at Sekiro was like night and day. Sekiro didn't make any sense to me. It didn't fully click until the butterfly fight. And luckily I did that fight really early. Do you less do? Divinity Original Sin? that's got some range. I could swear it hardens, but maybe it hadn't come back in time. Oh, are you kidding me? That's twice now. That's twice now. I get right up to my corpse and or my shell. So yeah, I would say so far the mace has seems to have. I don't know. I feel like it has so much more recovery that I got to be so much more careful with it.
I've kept your flesh safe.
The bosses get really easy once you realize it's a rhythm game. Yeah. I would agree with that. It's a funny game where none of your opponents know how to do mix-ups. Considering that you have basically a universal blocks everything move, I think I'd agree with that. Oh, jeez. One thing I've got to remember with this game is that your dodges are incredibly reliable relative to souls. I think every non-FromSoft game has had great... they spent so much more time on making sure that you could be confident with your dodging. So it's weird, considering I've spent so much time with Souls, it's hard to get used to the fact that every other game is so much better in that regard. What are the special weapon abilities like on the big Zweihander weapon? There's frost-related stuff. You can freeze it and hit stuff and freeze stuff that you hit, but that's about the most that I know. I think there's like one other thing.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
Looking at the mortal, the hallowed sword, versus this, and realizing that this thing has two special abilities. One I'm not really too clear on. I wonder if the Hallowed Sword has another as well that I'm just not familiar with. Want to get a good parry happening. There we go. Got that health going. Ooh, does more damage on the way out. Alright, Sin. Have a good one. What? Oh. There goes my head. You can hold on to that, I guess. I thought that was a parry. Getting better with that. went to go parry real quick, and that wasn't gonna work. Okay, that was a mistake. Oh, what wasn't? Was I screaming? Sorry. Or the nomming. Okay, that's a mistake. Parry is pretty loud? Really? Huh. Okay. This thing is so hard to use against a big target. It's funny, the weapon you would think is better against bigger targets. That's been a thing that every Souls game seems to have that, where that's a strange place to put a body. No, it's literally the head chopped off. It's the head being eaten. That is pretty loud. I'd agree with you. What? I could swear that I parried, or that I hardened for that. I might be wrong on that. Grab my other one. Where are you? I think there must be a multi-hit going on. Well, my other one disappeared. There's a multi-hit going on, that's why. Definitely getting better at this, I think. There we go. Not quite a killing blow, or maybe it is. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't that bad. Bit of a learning experience, I think. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, let's have none of these bear traps. Where are we? I got some extra tar as well. Hope I have enough. What can I buy? Oh, I'm so glad we have the, like, Tonka truck-esque size of the... for the font. It's just gigantic now. It's like a, you know, Xbox, original Xbox games. Like, the first tier of pseudo, like, just barely starting to be next-gen consoles, you know, as we're like, as best as we can, trying to barely escape the 480p era. Alright, well, I can't buy anything with glimpses. I'd love to just buy Sport Tar. Let's go beat up some stuff and try to figure out where... So strangely enough, I keep missing out. I keep forgetting where the beta area is. Why is my dude carrying a collapsible tent? It's a bazooka. Check this out. I'm gonna go find something to shoot. I'll show you. It's pretty cool. It hits real hard. Stuff doesn't live. I should try it on a boss at some... Oh, I should have tried it on the Grisha. Alright, see this dude in the background? Check this out. Yeah. Nothing left. How's it going, Coonzer? Oh, jeez. Nobody likes being hit by this. Pretty weak relative to the Martyr's Blade to start. Well, the family is now joined them, I'm sure. This thing is real weak damage-wise, I'm realizing. Maybe New Game Plus does have higher health, maybe. The Martyr's Blade was stronger than this, but I also had it max, so we'll see. Oh, let me start eating some stuff. Then I have no... I'll get glimpses for this. I'm not familiar with it yet. You're like... I don't want to use the effigies yet. Is there anything? Scripture of Defiance. Let's go. Next parry refunds resolve. One success. There we go. Significantly higher HP? Okay. Well, that's good. It won't be... well, I don't know. I would have been fine with a cruise as well, I think. There we go. There's Defiance. There we go. Whoa. Chunky. I could swear I saw a chest, but it's not. It's just like rabbit traps and stuff. Animal cages. Can turn on damage numbers? Probably see the damage doing still high. Yeah, but I'm not that interested. I'm casual. I'm filthy casual interested. I want to know just enough to think I'm getting anything done. Too intrusive? I don't know. I have the HUD scale turned up way high, so maybe. I'd like to get... These aren't the best enemies to parry. Well, I do have a rat. I have the HUD size turned to, like, Dark Souls 1 size. Dark Souls 1 default. Which was massive, which is like, yeah, we of course are a we're a PS3 game for sure, yeah, but you know, people might be playing this on a 480p screen, so you need to make it readable. When am I playing Nose the Great Kana Edition? I should probably know the reference, but this escapes me. Big UI that crashed the game if you downscale to lower. Did it actually crash the game, or did it just overlap into a mess? Free anti-Unity Souls-like made by some Japanese dude about noses. Oh, it's a real game. Okay. Probably not. I've been thinking about maybe going back and doing Panzer Paladin. As my next game I dig into. Oop. They're like stuck on these dudes. Straight up crashed. If you didn't set the UI resolution to higher than that, separately from the game's resolution, that's why super low res Dark Souls 1 has ultra high HD UI. It's news to me. Oh, I hit L2R2 mid sprint and that didn't help. Oh no. That was. Yep. That's about how that goes. Did they add more bear traps in New Game Plus? Did they?
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
Well, at least I still got my glimpses. Right, you don't lose them, you just keep them on the shelf. I remember now. Okay, so what did I do? Where did I go? How many of these do I have? 5. Trying to get a... I think I went up into like the left or the... I don't know. Oh man, Solomon on the complete lack of stamina. Those games need to have a ton of effort put into it for small. If you put a link in the on the Discord, there's a channel just for suggestions, like suggestions and feedback or whatever it is. I don't know what it says. Post it there and I'll take a look. I'm not going to promise I'm going to play it, but I'll certainly have a look. Better be good though. It's a goofy game about noses, and it's a Souls-like. You gotta sell me. Final boss is moveless, similar to a Dark Souls 3 boss. Oh. Well, I mean, are they good? Look how much hits I gotta do for that. I think I went this way. No, I think I went back and around. Must have gone through the middle. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. Seems to be the high point. Is it a 3D game, or is it like Salt Sanctuary, more like 2D? Trying to get a beat on where I went to go and drop a body. Oh. You don't have to turn me around all of a sudden. I'm good. 3D? Weird. Oh, chest. I'll take a chest. Don't know the controls well, he just wants someone else go through it. I think maybe the only Souls-like I'll be playing after Mortal Shell, unless I go back and play any of the older ones. Here we go, this is probably right. Yeah, we had the giant corridor that leads to... Nope, this is the beginning. Never mind. Never mind. This is where you get your first shell. Well, I guess while I'm here, let's go back into the womb. Let's do like an unbirthing session. Can I get back? I can't crawl back in. Okay, never mind. I wanted to see if there's something in there. Would I play a Dark Souls 2 overhaul mod right now? I would be fine just playing Dark Souls 2 with randomized item locations. What was I going to say Souls-like? Oh, there's a... There's a game I checked out the very, very early, like, pre-alpha of called, I think it's called, Shattered, Tale of the... How do I forget these things? Tale of the Forsaken King or something like that? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Tale of the Forgotten King, right. As far as I understand, they're getting pretty close to finishing the game. And the art was pretty cool. The gameplay was really, really early, so I don't know what to expect. I'd expect it's probably not going to be super intense or technical. It's probably not going to be like Mortal Shell. But I'm curious, and they're probably going to hit me up at some point in the near future. And I'd like to give that one a go. I thought I was going to parry that, but apparently I'm not. I don't need to do Dark Souls 2 randomizer? No, I actually want to do a randomizer for Dark Souls 2. Like, that's something that appeals to me. One day I'm gonna get a parry against these dudes again. You can do that so much earlier than you would expect. And it just works. I don't know if there's anything that would get me to play Dark Souls 3. Because I hate the bosses. I hate the bosses in the PvE so much. It's just such a step backwards from all prior games. Their bosses are so incredibly spammy. At Dark Souls 1 glitch through? No, never. Dark Souls 1 PvP, I played like every permutation that I could hear about. Dark Souls 1 remastered 3 bosses? No. I don't like the PvE enough in Dark Souls 1, and I played too much of it already, to where I don't think I'd want to, I don't want to make it harder. If I'm going to do Dark Souls 1 PvE, it's to get it over with quicker. And easier. Mostly easier. party timing on the weaker enemies is so weird. Into that roasted rat while we're at it. Player versus map. There's the frog. Oh no. One of those poison bastards. Not you. You! But, yeah, Callion, it like, you're definitely not selling me on it in any way, shape, or form. So I think I'm probably gonna not play Dark Souls 1 unless I find a very compelling reason to do it. It's not even that it was bad when I started, it's just that I far exceeded my interest in playing it. I've played so much of it, well beyond... Damn you, frogs. The funny thing about 3 is that I like the PvP enough where I would consider going back to it for Wex Dust. But man, like... There was actually a mod called, like Honest Merchant or something, right? Where they just sell you everything for mega cheap. Yeah. I could see myself wanting to do that plus Wex Dust. Everybody dead? Yep. Yeah. Let's see. So Dark Souls 3 maybe, like, for PvP. I'd have to find builds that I'd want to do, though. Or anything I'd want to do to talk about it, like, video-wise. I don't know. I think I want to hold off on that until I'm, like, in a better state. And by that, I mean mostly, I really need to take better care of myself before I go into something that's going to be a huge, giant energy sink. Is this where I want to be? I'm trying to find the swamp. Funny how, like, my sense of direction is just not evolved in any way. Not yet. So I can pass upon the obsidian place and recognize it. The second area, I know what I'm looking for. Alright, I know where we are now. I need to go over there, that might be it. how Wex Dust and Merchant Mod are completely undetectable. Well, FromSoft's anti-cheat isn't that great anyways. It's a shame that they had chosen at one point to try Valve anti-cheat, and they misconfigured it. And their misconfiguration is why they decided not to do it. Like, from a game developer perspective, I can understand why they did it, but the fact that they never went back is so destructive. Like, they probably realized that they don't have time nor resources to go back and figure out why, especially in a hurry. And they were like, fine, take it out for now. But, like, it should be take it out for now and put it back when time permits. Not just, like, remove it. The fix really probably wouldn't have been that bad, too. Because, I wouldn't be surprised if it was as simple as changing to a different API call. Like, not just have they been known to cheat in any Valve game, but do they have, like, you know, filter it down to, is it Dark Souls in particular that you're cheating in? But those are the types of calls that get made, like really crappy, less than perfect calls are all of game development. Here we go. Yeah, so I came in from the side. I never even hit the beta area as far as I can remember, and I'm back in the crypt or whatever. Skyrim of Dark Souls. Do they have good mods for Dark Souls 3? Skyrim has a billion mods. I bet you there's like 3 or 4 great ones. I bet. Just because there's so many bad ones, it's like saying that indie games are all bad because there's a billion bad indie games.
Pray, what wayward spirit beckons?
It's me, Solomon.
Oh, it's you. Welcome back, foundling. Yes.
What?
It's all happening again. This is the burden of immortality.
You already gave him the spiel.
Toil without end. Our spirits fragmented by the profane eternities. But there's comfort, even a certain pleasure in ritual. Where were we? Oh, yes. Sip this and you'll see. Yes. Taste the truth.
I'll gobble down some truth. I'd like resolve is what I want. Well, I don't know. I guess I have the ones I really care about. Death would be probably the next one if I could get a ton of tar, but the chance of that is like 0. Hold on a sec. What do we have? We have not much. Okay. Seems we gotta go just beat up stuff for a while. Combat additions and Champions Ashes are really good if you can mix that with some content-oriented stuff. I want the levels to not be so poorly structured, so linear. The enemy compositions per encounter are so bad. They're so, like... The enemy compositions in Dark Souls 3 are literally just, like, to scatter a couple here, scatter a couple there. People gave Dark Souls 2 so much flack, but Dark Souls 2 has, like, iconic signature stuff that you encounter. Even the stuff where a lot of enemies come at you, like the Bastille Squad, it's like, it is a memorable thing, it's an event that you deal with. It's not just like, oh, there's 3 Irithyll dudes here, there's, you know, a couple dogs over here, and, like, there are some scenarios that you encounter in Dark Souls 3. They're at least like memorable, but they're not memorable because they're fun. They're memorable because they suck. Doing this with the mace is gonna suck. Before I get eaten, I need to have my quick dose of tar spore. They're memorable because you remember them from Dark Souls 1. I would say the stuff that's memorable, like the throwbacks to Dark Souls 1. I don't know if they're satisfying or not. Your aggro charge. Yeah, I can understand why. Like the very PvE focused stuff in Dark Souls 3. It's not. It feels like Dark Souls 1 with a bad Bloodborne coat of paint. Hey. Take out a sword. Let's go. Oh, don't throw it at me, dummy. Just... trying to see where he is. It's hard to read what I'm looking at with this big giant mace in the way. Great, I'm not gonna be able to kill him quick enough before the head comes my way. Are ya? No head yet? Ooh, interesting. Maybe they never take their heads off anymore. Hey Bragg, I'm pretty surprised I went to New Game Plus and Mortal Shell. Expected that I would have been satisfied until DLC. I have been craving Souls, and I've also been interested in an ultra great weapon playthrough, so I think those two ideas kind of combine into Mortal Shell New Game Plus. Made a character like it looks like a goblin in Dark Souls 3, so you can't do anything like it. Oh, that's not a parry. Realizing now there's another one I gotta deal with. There's the head. There's the big stupid head. I missed like a thing I wanted to respond to. If you made a political manifesto, you'd put no Dark Souls 3 on there. If all you really were into is PvE, I could see that. Dark Souls 3 is PvP, if it wasn't for the level design. The mechanics are really good, they're not perfect. The stamina management is all out of whack, but like, man, the defense formula, the way that stuns are set up are so much better than Dark Souls 1 or 2. And like it's the closest to greatness on average, which isn't saying a ton, but yeah. Dark Souls 3, yeah, you already said that earlier about the modding. Combat editions and champions are good, yeah. I think I scrolled back too far. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I'm not going to pretend that PvP design in Dark Souls is easy. It's not. More acid, perfect. I'm going to have this thing fully upgraded real quick. The worst part of PvP in Dark Souls 3, suffers some weapons that can stun lock so long as they're either bored or completely out of whack. I would say that the couple of weapons that do have proper stun locks suck. The biggest thing really is that the biggest thing that killed it for me was that the stun lock resistance doesn't factor in attacks from multiple players, so each player resets it in turn, which means it's very easy. If you fight multiple players, it's very easy to get like proper full combo just to death. It's an issue that started in Dark Souls 2 and wasn't fully resolved. Because they consider stun resistance basically on the which hit of the weapon that you get hit by, not like what your character state is. You liked Dark Souls 1 and 2 PvP, you can't decide which is better. Yeah, no, they both have things that you would want that aren't addressed. But, you know, things that are... You know, there's good and bad in each. Stagger these guys for anything. Oh, that's the first buff, not the second. Oh, hit me out of it. PvP run the series? I think I'd probably be willing to agree that without PvP, I'd probably appreciate. I would not have played the Souls games as much, but I'd still have a better long-term perspective on it. And there was like almost zero balancing for PvP either. There was so little. Two had a tiny bit. They had one patch that ruined spellcasting and massively changed the game in favor of making. I think they were trying to get rid of. They were trying to make heavy armor not as strong as it was, but they ruined like everything else in the meantime. 2 had that one big patch, yeah. But 1 had very little PvP balancing. 2 had something very specific that probably benefited PvE more than PvP. Because it ruins a lot of PvP in 2. And Dark Souls 3 had nothing that was really PvP oriented. I don't know how you come up with that. Was there a particular patch that was very focused on PvP in any of the games besides just the one? Two had one patch that now it was massive and then it ruined PvP. I don't think it was. I think it made the PvE situation better, though. Oh, geez, there's another quenching acid. I'm sitting here staring. Like, I picked up a chest. Not really. Like, I'm staring into space. I'm like, okay, I got a chest. Like, read chat again. Completely missing that I get the last quenching acid. So, next time I can upgrade my weapon, it's gonna be pretty strong. Dark Souls 3 had one big patch that changed a lot of weapon properties, beating up weapons. Did that... Could that have been said to have been more focused on making PvE better than PvP? Was that the patch that was like 1 year afterwards? Wasn't like a March something patch? Oh, jeez. That dude's like having a nice little jaunt into drunk stumbles. I would say the last major patch for Dark Souls 3, which I think came around the second DLC, was pretty solid. Sped great swords up, forward momentum, and poise for maces. So done curved sword. Yeah, did that do anything bad for PvE? Dark Souls 3 was bad because they didn't innovate or do anything dangerous. They did some things regarding how stuns work and how defense works that are better than they've done in any other game. But in terms of like the big picture stuff and how PvE works and stuff, they did nothing satisfying to a PvE player for sure. They just sped it up. It's like the mayonnaise of Dark Souls versus what your favorite aioli or something. The mayonnaise. Maybe the Miracle Whip, perhaps. How dare you tarnish my mayonnaise. My blood is like 50% mayonnaise. Twin Swords, roll attack nerf, and the Karthus sword nerf were definitely due to PvP reasons. Did that affect PvE in any negative way? It could be. I could be extremely biased that the PvE was such a chore for me in Dark Souls 3 that I just like couldn't care less. So maybe I'm missing like the big changes that made it worse, but I don't know. It's hard to say. All right, so let me take stock of where we're at. I got acid. I got a lot of tar. I've got way too much insight. I still have my revives back. I haven't died yet. I've been good on health. I've been consuming enormous amounts of well caps. I'm still good. I'm fine. AP was an awesome idea. Ashen Estus was an awesome idea. Absorption versus flat defense is awesome. Oh, jeez. Okay. Iker, I like Iker a lot as a system. I will agree with that. Spammer. Get out of here. Code Vein, the biggest thing for Code Vein and I liked a lot of it. I'm looking forward to whatever sequel they do because there's two things I wish they would address. One is that the first few bosses in Code Vein were they were pretty decent bosses, but the music sucked. It was the same like generic, fill in the blanks music. And the later boss fights had some great music. But the first few boss fights, like 3-ish, 4-ish boss fights, were just awful, awful music. And then they use the same stuff in the like the depths or whatever it was. Their chalice engines, and they demonstrated that they can do really good music. But the first few bosses, man, if people bounce after the first few bosses, I can understand it, but it is a shame. So that was one. The first few boss music tracks were like the one that they repeat over and over again were pretty bad. Like it was well structured, I guess, but it just was not it didn't fit the fights, and it was generic. Second issue Code Vein had was that the partner system, man, like it's so much better without the AI partners. It is infinitely better without the AI partners, and I feel like there should have been more work to not start you off with a partner, and maybe to discourage using them, because it just made it not fun. Like everything that made sense for timing and for parries and for dodging and everything all got thrown out of the way by a random ass AI, like drawing aggro and changing up the timings for everything. The third thing I would say is probably the level design. Like if I were to put them in order of like what I felt like were the biggest issues that could turn anybody away from Code Vein, were the AI, the level design, and the music for the first few boss fights. Because otherwise, like outside of that, it was real good. The classes were interesting. The parry system was great. The attacks, while not being the same pacing as like Dark Souls 1, they fit. Everything worked. The way that health and armor and the bigger, slower classes, caster classes, melee stuff, range classes, everything in Code Vein worked pretty well. Stamina costs. So I'm looking forward to, if they do like a sequel to Code Vein, I'll be down for it. It was good. And maybe beards, I guess. That might be the other thing. Like, let me have a character that doesn't look so incredibly sharp, angled face, and then just weeby. That's not the most important thing. If I have to, I'll dig out of the goofy clown character, Circus Freak. And just enjoy, like, does not get too attached. Hyper Armor is much more fun and balanced mechanic. I'd agree, yeah. I think there's more interesting encounter possibilities with Dark Souls 3 system, for sure. I don't even think it was more accessible. You have more things that make sense. Like, great weapons make more sense. Daggers make more sense. Crossbows make more sense, especially with the fact that they split up the reload versus the fire for crossbows. Spellcasting makes more sense due to how Poison Hyper Armor works in Dark Souls 3. Like, so many things make sense. They actually work. They're viable. Makes all weapons play the same? Are you serious? I think you haven't seen enough Dark Souls 3 PvP. Maybe you're talking about PvE, and maybe there's a significant difference there. But in the good few hundred hours that I played at Dark Souls 3, man, it was a whole new world of build possibilities, and the majority of what didn't work very well was that their stamina is out of whack, not the hyper armor / poise. All right, let's go fight a boss. I would like. Let's get crazy drunk for this fight. Oh, it doesn't even cost that much health. Whatever. Scripture order. Which of these have I not used yet? Next parry poisons enemy on success. Let's go. The 2-hit stun diversity. It doesn't have 2-hit stun across the board, though. There were cases where there weren't. Daggers and crossbows especially. That alone made the game so much more diverse. Alright, let's use the Ethereal Dipsapon. Full resolve. Does this just give me all my resolve and restores your ability to reclaim your shell upon death? Oh, you know what? I probably got the extra resolve because I read it. Tattered Vestment. Let's go. What does this do? Summons the Hallowed Sword? No! Oh, Martyr Shawl. What's an object that might, I don't think I've used Tainted Nectar. Martyr Shawl probably brings the Martyr Sword. So I need the, I need an object that... I need another shawl, I guess? Hey, Turtle. I would say it's a slower, heavier, sort of Dark Souls style game. Where I would say you're more about managing incoming damage than you are healing out of it than in Dark Souls. Like, you don't have... There's not really much, like, in the way of, like, Estus. Did not mean to get, did not mean to take this weapon. Just gonna eat some roasted rat. Let's have a whole complete meal. We got vegetables. We got amphibians. Whoops. Oh no. Sorry it's so loud. Keep getting headbutt. You stop that. I didn't mean to use this weapon. Alright, well, that's one mid boss figured out. I didn't mean to take out the Hallowed Sword. This just happened. That's what I get for exploring all my items. What was I going to say? So yeah, Turtle. So it's made by a smaller indie team. It's on an Unreal 4 game. The aesthetic is really, really good. Not only the graphical fidelity is really good, but the art style is really good. It runs well. The combat and the input is overall really crisp. In fact, it's forcing me to unlearn bad habits that the bad input system in Dark Souls has ingrained into me. It's a shorter game. It's not, not a very, very long game. It's probably, I would say, like a half to a third the length of Dark Souls 1. But it's good, and I'm looking forward to whatever else they put out.
You killed the Grisha. So.
Also, if you're wondering, yes, I have the UI scaled up into oblivion. It's scaled like 8 times what it normally is, just because it's normally so tiny. So if everything looks big, don't worry, it's not how it normally is. Let's grab this.
I stood before you, dear brother, watching in horror as your lips parted for that poisoned chalice. I followed a path once trod by those who would become sisters and brothers, watching the past and present converge. You did not know I was there. I looked on from another place, waiting to be born.
I wonder if Solomon happens to be another foundling. There's a bunch of story stuff in this game that is kind of difficult to pick apart. Even like the main story thread of this game is sort of ambiguous. Where I would say with some of the other games that you play, especially Code Vein, where you could dig really deep into it and they'll tell you everything, or with the FromSoft games, usually some main thread is there right at the very beginning. All right, let's. I should be able to use the mask to get out and then back in. Let's use the untarnished one first. Calls you back. Oh well. Yep. All right. That was extremely beneficial there. Okay, let's use the other one. So this is basically the tarnished mask without the penalty. So the ornate one, I should be able to go back to, here we go. Yeah, the shells are pretty cool. I think the fact that they, even as relatively reserved as they've been with this, they've made switching shells and weapons pretty cool. I can only imagine in some future title in the genre, if they did a sequel or something in the same universe, they could do some pretty cool stuff. All right, got my weapon back. Didn't need to switch out of it. What do we got here, Tara-wise? Okay, so not a lot to work with yet. So I spent what little I could. Oh, does the merchant... I wonder if the merchant has more stuff. Let me catch up on chat, too, a little bit. Negative stamina, yeah, I wish if you spent that last little bit, it wasn't free to do it. I mean, to be fair, regarding all the complaints we have about all the Souls games, it seems like every single one does something that's at least a couple things that move the games forward, and they also miss out on what some of the other games did well. I wonder if they're trying to, if maybe they don't have a clear enough idea of what they want to solidify and just get it all together. And yeah, Dark Souls 3's stamina problem is enormous. They built the game to be too quick for a conventional stamina system to make sense. I think that's why Sekiro why Sekiro was so much better. They were like, screw it, stamina doesn't work, don't need it, throw it away. build the game around that, and it ended up being it's so much more interesting and so much better as a result. Even if there wasn't a lot of variety and replayability, it's like what was there was just really solid. Well, yeah, Kylian, I mean, if you're incorporating glitchy tech into your perspective of the Souls games, then you're basically saying that the thing that FromSoft didn't make is what you like and enjoy, which basically says that you're not really talking about Dark Souls 1 anymore. You're talking about something else. What platform am I on? This is on PC. It's I'm running on the Epic launcher, but I'm running it through Steam because otherwise the controller is not going to work. The game doesn't have, as far as I can tell, there's no direct input support in this game, or if there is, it's really bad. So the Epic launcher doesn't have anything, doesn't have the same like controller remapping that Steam has. So the only way to make this work really well with a controller is to play, load up Steam, turn it to offline mode, load up the Epic launcher, and then add this game as a non-Steam game, and launch this game through Steam while the Epic launcher is running, and then you're fine. It's a little bit tedious, but it works, I guess. Played it with controller through Epic. Yeah, you're probably playing it on an Xbox controller, though. And this game, like, it does have native X input support, it just does not have direct input support. So if you play with a PS4 controller, you're kind of screwed. Then I have an Xbox One controller. I have a broken Elite controller too, but I much prefer a PS4 controller for the most part. I probably would have preferred the Elite controller most, but it also fell apart on me playing Absolver, so the only fix for that I'm aware of, because it's out of warranty, is to take it apart, desolder the right analog stick assembly in its entirety, and put a new one in. And I'm not good enough to want to do that right away. Hey, Jordy. All right, I'll pet the cat so nobody yells at me. If it wasn't, like, if COVID wasn't around, if you could go out safely, I'd find a local electronics shop, someplace that knows how to use a soldering iron properly, and my local Lewis Rossman, and say, hey, like, can you just, like, I'll buy the parts if you want, I don't care, just fix this thing and make it cheaper than sending it to Microsoft, and let them figure it out. In fact, I'd also ask them to replace the back glass of my phone, because I cracked the glass in the back because I'm stupid. I made mistakes and tripped over some construction and cracked the glass in the back of my phone. So 2 electronics I can't fix. I don't have the confidence to fix. I have taken apart controllers, though. I took apart I've taken apart a PS3 controller, a PS4 controller, and my 8BitDo SN30 Pro, and fixed you know. So for the SN30 Pro, it was fixing the buttons. For the PS4 controller, it was fixing one of the analog sticks. The rubber wore off of it, and then for fixing the PS3 controller, I replaced the battery. So I have some experience. I can do the easy stuff. When it comes to like desoldering stuff and putting it back on, I think I'm too stupid, or I think maybe my hands are too bad for it. I'm not sure I want to take the risk of like making it worse. Maybe like if I ever get like my head on straight and I really get the courage to do it on a clear weekend at some point, then I'll order the analog stick assembly, and then just do the work and hope I do it right. Speaking of Absolver, you wonder if Peeve is basically done with it again. You kind of sound like he's reached the point where all he has left to do is look at frames, moves, and... considering Peeve isn't really, he's not really much of a min-maxer. I think the moment he's not able to dive into the immersion and roleplay it, I think he's going to stop. But also, you know, like making Absolver fun, especially for Peeve, is going to require him to play enough to draw people in on like a regular basis, like a weekend or something. And I don't know if Peeve typically just follows what he's interested in, and usually that doesn't mean a schedule or, you know, repeat streams of anything. It just means whatever he's interested in at whatever random hour of day, and it's like, I can only applaud having the freedom to do that and get to do what you want and pay rent and stuff. You know, as a full-time streamer, just stream at any time of day for any length of time, whatever game you feel like, and just make it work. Meanwhile, my dude's looking for belly button lint.
Certain.
All right.
In the meantime, I'll gladly accept any tar as payment.
Just use Flux. The funny thing is I don't even own any Flux right now. I have the crappy like roll of solder with the Flux in the middle, like the really, really crappy stuff with the worst like crappy soldering iron in like a basic simple electronics kit, which may or may not be good enough. I don't know. Bear in mind, like I have very little soldering experience. I have almost zero soldering experience. I have only enough to do really crappy jobs and stuff I couldn't care less about. So, and I've watched Louis Roxman here and there, so I at least know stuff people will complain about. But, like, do I know anything? Do I know anything real? Do I have any real talent with soldering? Nah, not really. What I might do is I can find some random electronics that I don't care to trash. I might practice on those. Just stuff I don't care about to see if I can solder and desolder. And that might be some worthy experience. I have some old, like, crappy video cards I couldn't care less about. And, you know, probably, like, fans and stuff. 150 for Inferior Motion. I didn't know this was so cheap. But, yeah, I might be able to repair an Elite controller. I don't know. I would like to use it again. It otherwise works just fine. It's just the right analog stick. What ends up happening is that, like, so you move it around and it's fine, right? But then what ends up happening is if you let it sit, it starts kind of just drifting to the side like this. And if you watch it in like the Windows like controller configuration, you watch the dot. It'll like you move it around and it's fine. You let it sit, and then it centers. It more or less centers, and then it just starts going all the way to the top left. And what I've heard is that there's two potential fixes. I already tried one and it doesn't work. One of the fixes is basically to sit there and stuff. You're basically taking a super wet Q-tip, and you're basically sitting there trying to rub rubbing alcohol basically into the assembly. Hopefully it seeps in and then cleans up some of the gunk. And didn't seem to help. So the alternative might be if I take the entire thing apart and get under that and just cover that with rubbing alcohol, maybe. But and that might be the experience I need in just taking it apart fully, because I haven't fully taken it apart. I've taken apart other controllers, but the Elite controller disassembly looks scary. Alright, I've got the masks. We can go back to this guy. Oh, and before I continue, I'm going to take a quick break just to hit the restroom before I let it go too long. Should be taking regular breaks anyways. It's been almost 2 hours. So yeah, as always, I'm going to run a short ad. I won't be doing anything, so feel free to wander off. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. There's like these green pads in the side of the joystick latch. If you pull them ever so slightly, you can clean them and see that it works. I'm not sure. Would you say pads? I'm assuming this is relating to solder points. Because that's the only... I vaguely remember this from listening to Lewis Rossman talk about phone repair. Otherwise, I'd have to see a picture, maybe. That might make it easier for me to understand. Bear in mind, I have very little experience taking apart anything electronic. It's my goal at one point, if I ever have like tons of free time and energy, to learn more about how to do that sort of stuff. Like, what would be really cool would be just to have like a little station somewhere, like maybe in my garage, of like, this is my workspace for doing random hobby bullshit. But, you know, them's long-term goals, you know. Time for you to get going for a bit, be back later if you're still streaming. I might, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm not going to stream super late, but it's like 9 o'clock. I figure there's at least another hour in me. I have to make sure I'm in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. I'm going to try, okay, I'm going to jump down just to see what happens. Send me a picture. Post it in the Discord. Oop. Is there anybody coming for me? No? Okay. There. Congealed tar. This is the place it ever jumped down to. I don't know what this leads to. Oh. Is this... Have I never gone... Oh. Wait, is this literally... Hold on a sec. Does this skip everything? Where am I? Is this a decent shortcut that I looked at and decided against? I think this is. When I first played, I didn't bother with this. It looked feasible, but I figured it would kill me anyways. use the wrong special. Alright, let me take a look. What you got? Oh, those things. Yeah, I remember looking at those. My thought was that something around that had become loose or something. Because I think what happens is I can move it, but then when it's supposed to return to center, it just kind of flops to the side. That's my thought. Those aren't those potentiometers on the sides? They're supposed to tell you like how far in each axis you're going. I think I broke something physical on those. Like, you see the two pieces of plastic in the center, the black plastic, inside the green stuff, where it looks like you could shove something through and it would snap in. Like, if you push the black pieces together and then push forward, you disconnect it. I feel like I broke something around there. And I think it's because Absolver is very heavy on the right analog stick. Because you stand switch. I think I must have gotten super like aggro with the controller and just popped it. Control movement for left, right, up, down. That's the most common cause of. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I broke. Yeah. Okay. Well, if I can muster the gumption to get through taking it apart and getting that far, I'll see if I can see anything physical / gummed up, or just jam some rubbing alcohol in it, put it under a fan, and then wait. And then if I can successfully reassemble it, maybe I'll be in good shape. I'm glad that you're pointing that out, though. I never even thought to think about it, because the moment I saw the teardown, the take apart guide or whatever, I assumed it was too much for me. Okay, well, I'll at some point have to give it a shot then. Just gotta psych myself up into it. Alright, I just don't want to get sick from all that poison. What? Are you trying to block me off or catch me jumping into it? Can I break it? No. You know what? We're doing this on my terms. Gotta be careful not to roll off. Wow, that is some damage. I think the extra upgrades for the mace have been doing me nice. Oh man, if I could get that Elite controller fixed, I would be happy, because there's some stuff I want to do with it. It would make it much easier to do 2 controllers, 1 player on Super Hydora and stuff. Ah, damn. Make me dip into my 33 Tar Sport collection. Be a little white piece of plastic. Might be white. Don't worry if it falls out. Just don't bend the springs on it. If any of the springs on them are bent, there's your problem. Oh, maybe. Thanks for the follow. I'm glad we're finally getting a chance to do some more testing on that alert, because I finally found the time to fix it, but I wasn't super sure if I got it right. Freaking, so Twitch had changed the permissions required. I wasn't, I believe I didn't request the correct scopes for the topic that I wasn't using in the first place. for the bits stuff. Too early, too late. I'm gonna get into that loop again of bad parry timings. But like being able to play with the paddles and everything with the Elite controller was great, and it has a good feel to the controller. I just need it to not be broken. Even if I'm not a big fan of like the weird non-symmetrical analog sticks. I want to fight one at a time. There's actually a controller mod that has paddles for... Is it one of those like 3D printed attachments or what? I mean, I don't know if I want to sidestep the idea of fixing the Elite controller, but I'm still curious. Because the Elite controller has all the extra software and stuff. Like, I still don't like the expense of it. I think it's stupid that it's 150 plus for an Elite controller. But if I happen to have bought one anyways, I'd like it to work. And hopefully not get too far into sunk cost. Well, I guess if you were able to fix Elite controllers, you probably could just buy, like, somebody who's broken one and figure out what's wrong with it and fix it real easy. Just have somebody be like, alright, $50, you can have my crappy broken controller, and then you can make it like new. Maybe even less, I don't know. People are probably just throwing them out. They're probably breaking them and being like, nah, I don't even care. Gonna just throw it away and buy a new one. Yeah. I could swear there's another dude next to me. Yeah, there we go, I was about to say. Somebody is, I don't know where they are, somebody is real angry. Get out of here, stupid poison head. What is going on up here? You know, got tantrum. I think it's one of those like big dual arm blade dudes. Now he's gonna freeze me, right? No, okay. Terrible, slow R2s on this thing. How far am I right now? Almost the first third of New Game Plus. So everything's a little harder, but I do have a fully upgraded weapon, so that makes things a bit easier. And I know what to expect, so that makes things a little bit easier. I have no sense of direction, so that makes things a bit harder. So even though I know where everything should be, I have no idea what it looks like and how to get to it. I think I have some sort of proper condition. My sense of direction has got to be classified as, like, I should be able to qualify this as a disability. I know, like, the general direction I'm going is down. That is the important part. Too early again. It's poison. Get out of here, poison. An hour before you gotta work. Cool, yeah. Feel free to hang out. I don't know if I could eat the rat, even without resolve. I guess you can, yeah. I keep wondering if you can or not. Like, the description makes me think that you can't. Oh, I think the effect stopped. It only lasted as long as my resolve, I think. So much for that. I think we're really close because I think that dude in the corridor over there is the end of it. Ugh. Oh, those OTGs. I don't have to worry too much though. Ganesa's coming up. He didn't drop anything, no. All these offerings for me.
Do you feel them? The enshrined weight, watching the Immaculate for thousands of years. They will not stir until the Ascension. They will here.
Alright. How much tar do we have? We have enough to finish up the majority of Solomon.
Fate is not ours to defy, only to fulfill. You're chosen, as am I, brother. As is the unborn, ordained by the infinite. Perhaps you'll understand one day. In death, I shall find a new purpose. And your purpose, twisted and malevolent as you are, will light the way.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's why Solomon and the prisoner. This is a lot of this is a constant conversation between Solomon and that prisoner. That's why they recognized each other earlier, or more specifically, they recognized they recognized Solomon. Did I beat Hadron at the start? Yeah, not my very, very first attempt, but like during the beta. But afterwards, it hasn't been that big of a deal. It hasn't been that hard. You just gotta get the moment you understand what they're basically expecting for you, it's easy, it's just slow. My last Hadron fight, though, went real quick. I think it was Hadron with the Mortal Blade versus what's his name? Harrows with the Hallowed Sword, and it was quick. It was a slaughter. All right. I would love to spend. Do I have any more tar? Like any real amount of tar? Not really. Sort of semi. I want to get more of these glimpses out of the way. How much? Okay, hold on.
Zip.
Okay, how much tar do we need for this? We need 1,000. We have choices. Okay, let me consume. Take a sippy sip of some of this. Whatever I get is whatever I have.
Don't.
Here. The kick that I never ever use.
Vision is a burden, my dear brother. I do not blame you for leaving this empire of sycophants and charlatans behind. I fear our knowledge is only a privilege afforded by our silence. Each discovery only provides our masters with more chains.
It's definitely talking to the prisoner for sure. Hey, Cabby. It's going okay. Just sort of semi-cruising through the New Game Plus. I think I'm a little bit worried if I'm not doing so much damage and I'm only in the first third of the game. Attempted to speedrun the other night, finished in 52:26. In this game, in New Game 0, or is it New Game Plus or whatever? Because New Game 0, if you know what to do and where to find the quenching acid, it probably goes real quick. New Game Plus, I think, will take some time, especially with the. I'm not super satisfied by the mace. I'm going to follow through with it. I think the Mortal Blade probably is going to be my favorite if I ever get around to doing a playthrough with that. All right. I guess we're going in. This dude's going to take forever to fight. How's the game overall? So far, I think it took me some time to really get it. And I think it's definitely built very much around either the hammer and chisel or the hallowed sword. I think the smoldering mace, I have not yet figured out what makes it amazing. And the mortal blade is okay. Or the martyr's blade, I should say, or whatever it's called. Why do I keep calling it mortal blade? That's in Sekiro. The martyr's blade. Alright, time to fight a boss that should crush me until I get my head together. This is overall, I think, I like the boss a lot. It's hard. It's a tough fight. Hallowed is good with a spike upgrade. What other upgrade can you choose for the Hallowed Sword? Are there choices? Ugh, damn you. Great start. You can parry him, okay. I guess it makes sense, it tells you can. I don't think you like that. Only two, both being spikes. Maybe I never got the extra spike. He does not like the smoldering maze. Hey, son. Parry damage to save his normal damage? Similar? But I also get health back, so I think there's a stronger parry attack I can do. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Oh, jeez. Alright, I should just... Oh, hello. Let me get my shit back, I think. Assuming I can. Oh, he stays... Alright. Thoughts so far? I already did a playthrough. This is New Game Plus. It's solid. It's a little short. I like it. Okay, so after hardening, you can't easily. You can't easily begin a parry. Yeah, he does not like that. You can stagger him like proper. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, right. This isn't, I don't think this is the first, I can't remember. This is, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he has another phase. I remember now. Whoop. I remember. I'm gonna try to parry that. Need some more rat. Yeah, this version is rough. This phase can be really rough. That's the enemy. Okay. I never really learned how to fight the second phase very well, and with a waste flare weapon, it's going to be tricky. And there's some items I can use. Portal token I should be using. Scripture I should be using. There's some other stuff, like putting stuff on fire. Yeah, I could stack these too, so each parry is going to be pretty strong. Grants health. I don't really want that one. Not yet. Alright, let's go. Whatever your name is. I can never... And I'm not hatered, and so I can't harden quick enough. Don't know if that's gonna let me to heal at all. It does. Okay, it does. Yeah, that poisoned him and set him on fire. I hate that. The pullback swing that he has will hit you. And I always fall for that. I'm gonna try to parry that, but that's not happening. Wow, okay. You can chain stagger him with enough heavies. I couldn't harden. It's so the funny thing is that the pacing with Harrows is so different that I'm thinking I can harden sooner than I can. And yeah, Sen. So there's no like Estus flasks. You can purchase some healing, but it's not like something that's super reliable, and I'm gonna run out real quick if I just keep spamming them. But by hardening and parrying, you can avoid damage by hardening every while or so, and parrying allows you to not only avoid damage but to heal when you parry. So I would say it's this relative to Dark Souls, it's a bit more. Most of the time, it's more skillful of a system. It's hard to properly utilize. Now he can't freeze you. Your character just has the ability to harden on command. And you avoid all damage, you can hold it as long as you want, but it's on a cooldown, so it's tough. It's like tricky to find the best time to use it. And there's a bunch of random items you can use to work around that. That was a bad time. I keep parrying with like really bad time. Jeez, yeah. I grab this one. At least it's further away, right? Oh, I don't want to be next to that. That, I think, can freeze you for real. I keep parrying too early. Yeah, it's, I know a lot of people only want the exact same animation style and pacing as Dark Souls, but this is super solid. There, that's one phase out of the way. Keep rolling the timing. Usually what I would do with the Mortal Blade, or not the Mortal Blade, the Hallowed Sword, I keep getting this mixed up, is I'd start a swing and harden mid-swing, so that I'd hit him in the middle of that. Hopefully being a little more fiery will help. Hope I have enough time to consume some rat. So he hits me, I'm going to finish my swing. He takes the hit now. And that was the way I was ever getting through this. It takes so long to start my swing combo, but at least I can harden on the way in. Well, that was a mistake. I gotta do the R2 suitor. Oh, I still hit him, that's fine. And I get resolve every time I do it, too. That might still hit him, I'm not sure. Oh, now I'm technically, I'm gonna get, as soon as I get knocked out of this, I might still be frozen. Yeah. Yeah, oops. More rat. Yeah, I like him. I think people just don't like him because they're slower. I think a lot of people complain because the animations are not as fast. I think there's a certain speed where if your animations aren't fast enough, it doesn't matter how good they are and how much sense they make for the gameplay. People will complain anyways. Can't lock onto him. One of his swings is so instant. I've got to never go too far into his combo. So one of them, based on the hardening, one of his attacks, he gets to you, but he never actually... Oops, I was going to try to parry that and I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to work this out in my head. One of his attacks never really hits you. So close. So he slides up to you, it looks like he's attacking, and he doesn't hit you. And I need to start parrying with that timing, because that's pretty reliable. I should hold the harden until that comes, drop the harden, and then parry. And then once I have enough confidence, I'll just not harden on the way in. One of the cool things about how hardening works in this, which I really like, is that it allows you to figure out where the hits are, like what the timing is for everything. Combine that with they flat out tell you what's parryable and not. There's so much room to comfortably learn in this game. So there's this sigil thing on my back. You can sort of see it. Ooh, hold on. I'll point it out when it starts going. This sort of weird looking can't see it currently. It glows red when I can't parry an attack. Well, it's supposed to. There we go. You sort of... I missed it. That thing that on my back that glows red, the thing that you use to parry, it glows red if you can't parry something. And it plays that sound too, so it's like... It's so nice to have that, so that... the rest of the systems make sense because of it. You can parry that. I want to parry that at some point. That'd be fun to look at. Here we go. Oops. There we go. Opportunity. Get one freebie and then I gotta... I keep forgetting he's got like a full-on running attack for that. Okay. Alright, phase 2, let's go. Well, I shouldn't stand in the freezing mess while I do this. I gotta just wait it out. I'm trying to figure out if I'm actually hardened at this point. Not sure if I am or not. Yeah, I am. That's not a parry. That's a parry. I want to practice this. See if I can get it. Come on, do the thing. And he's gonna walk up to me now. And I gotta wait. No, he's not. Okay. Fine. I'm gonna snack on a rat real quick. You're not gonna play nice. That's not the attack that I wanted. Too late. Rat. That's the one you can't parry. Too late. No harden yet. Still too late. Too early, actually. I have to wait. Yeah, I think I'm still hardened. Yeah, or I wasn't. Okay, that's even worse. Okay. Bad timing. Way too early. He has such, like, super staggered attack. Yeah. I might have to give up on that for a bit. Continue to snack on rat for a bit. Hope he doesn't hit me while I'm healing. Oh, I held it and then I let go. I'm smart. There's a sort of a fog wall at the very edge of this that just freezes the hell out of you. I think he might be weaker in the light as well. I'm not super sure. gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop trading with them. I'm wasting mortal tokens. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. It kind of paid off anyways. I meant to do that. I absolutely did it on purpose. It was all planned from the very beginning. First fight, this has been the way I've been intending to finish it. Nobody could say otherwise. We'll have no naysayers to my greatness in this chat. Wait, is there something in the back I can do? Hold on, what is this? Okay, it's nothing. You go hit up Ganessa real quick.
A sacred gland. Truly, you're blessed. Each drop.
Alright. Okay. I've already seen that. Oh wait, have I never realized that Ganessa offered a travel option that I can hit L1R1 for the entirety of the time I've been playing this game? More than just that mask? I wonder if that's the case, if I just totally missed that. Alright, well, let's take the back route while I contemplate my mistakes. See where this even leads. GG me and my inadvertent no fast travel playthrough. Alright, who's killing me here in this secret... What is this? Kneel before the Immaculate. Place your palm upon the deathless doctrine. Surrender your pride, your vanity, or as you call it, your will. This is the first sin, let go. Allow her eternal wisdom, untouched and unspoiled, to guide you. Your spirit will not falter, for it is hers to command. I wonder if this is that last item, that last upgrade that I forgot about. What is this? Effigy of Eldarim. Nope. Eridim. There is like one, like... You have to have the masks? Okay, well. Guess that at least that answers that. So there's one other upgrade. I don't think there's a blacksmith, like a forge around here I can mess with. One last upgrade I've not seen for the
Yes.
for the seal. I wonder where I'm going to find that. It's probably one of those like fog areas. You got to dig through all the fish mouth chests. Oh, I hate this. This escape sequence. Like I want to spend more time messing around, but I feel very much inclined to just run for it, which is probably as demanded, right? I think people were saying, as much as I wanted to determine that for myself, people were saying that there's no chests in the temples or whatever. Oh, jeez. Alright, there's more of these dudes who were hungry. Let that stamina come back as best as it can, right? Time to see how my sense of direction is going to handle this. Alright, time to find up. Time to determine what up is. Here. This seems right. I feel like I ran out of boiled frog. And I'm kinda really itching for some fine cooking. Is this literally where I ran before? I think I just did. I think I just went around in a circle. Somehow I had an amazing exit from this area first playthrough. And now I'm just running around without any idea what I'm doing. No, this is looking better, right? This is looking better. I wanted to harden for that. Shoot. Oh, none of that. Okay, I think I'm on the right track. I think this is getting... Yeah. Stop. I have no business here. Shoot. We're getting really close to the end times here. Ganessa, save me. Okay. Alright. This is probably not the right way. I think I literally turned around. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it. There we go. Now I have the privilege of seeing what I'm doing. Less icy, less horrible. Okay. I probably can make my way back from here. Oh no, come on, man. Why do you do this? This is gonna... Well, I don't know. Ganessa's not that far away. Stupid Dark Souls instincts. Making me double tap everything.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
Isn't this way, right? Are there any frogs left? No. Okay, I was pretty sure I was out. I wanted to be sure. Oh man, teal would be the best possible choice for making this run. Just like beast mode on the way out. Wait, this is not where I should be. No. No moms. No face bite. No thigh crush. Stop. Please. Oh, and it's poison. I can deal with the poison. I just gotta find a place to chill for a minute. Why are you committed to running so much? That's not good. Alright, everybody. I can't move. Oh, great. It's like an orgy. It's an orgy of death.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
Oh man. Like, I have no interest in committing to fighting in this hellhole, not until I get back. Not unless I find that you get like 5 times the tar that you normally get. Then I consider it at that point. Maybe I think about it. Here's where I died the first time. You're not even flashing my thing red. Oh, right. I literally did the exact same thing to a T that I did last time. In every way. Even down to, my shell is blocking me. Hey, this way, buddy? Oh, jeez. Come on. Little reprieve. Little miniature reprieve. I'll take a tiny one. I'll take a short... this is backwards. It's this way. Right, everything is here, so I can't. Okay. Here. Okay. Ganessa, please. Let me... Okay, I think I did it right. Ganessa should be over here, and we're fine. Just gotta talk to her in Nash. Or not, just keep running. It's fine. Here you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Face the truth.
Alright, we did. Alright, this way? Other way. Wait. This is right. This is wrong. Yeah, no, I'm trying to speed run my way out of this, This is the place that I want to deal with the least while holding the sacred gland. The forest, fine, or the Thalgrim or whatever. All you know is the soul's like. It's been good. Here we go. Get some free items now. I am really not especially good at using the Smoldering Mace, especially New Game Plus, where everything's harder. Oh, we should follow. Alright. Faces successfully mashed. Let's go. Or not. Yeah, it's a plugin that was made by Alejo, and it basically gives you real-time captions, and it's powered by the Google's. They have this like natural language processing stuff. It could sometimes be hit or miss, especially because I don't enunciate at all. But when it works, it's really nice. Especially for people who don't like slur their words and, you know, ramble a lot. So the reason why everything's so hard, the reason why it's so foggy out, is because I'm carrying, see this like, I don't know, glowing blue thing. It's some sort of gland. It grew in the neck of some dude I just killed. And I ripped it out, and I attached it to my belt. And this is one of the items. I need to get 3 of these things. And bring them back to basically the hub at the very center of the game. And that allows me to basically... well, it looks like an Estus flask. It's not. But I can see that, yeah. It's more like a kidney. Except for not so kidney-shaped. There we go, get both of them. But yeah, everybody's hungry for Gatorade, Dorito, Cool Ranch organs, I guess. And every time I've got one of these things, everybody comes up and decides that they're super hungry. I'm gonna just wait. I'll wait, it's fine. Can I repeat that? I can. Probably also makes a good band name. Alright, so that's where I came from. I think I just need to go that way. I'm not really too clear on this. I do want to wander around and find some of those fish chests, though. Ah! Okay, I know where I am now because of this stupid bear trap. It's got angry frogs, not just regular frogs. They're out for blood. Okay, the dudes that drop down, can I see them? I've been looking for them all game, and I haven't been able to see them. One shows up, I think, like right around here. Yeah, I didn't see him at all. No hugs, no hugs. Ask for consent. Hugs aren't free, they come at cost. You need to pay the subscription. Okay, this thing builds up a lot of resolve. I'm realizing just a couple enemies, and I already got another bar and change. Maybe I'm moving slower, and that's why they're not catching me anywhere. Have I read this before? What's the difference between following and pursuing? These wraiths hunt his steps as I do. A beast chasing at its own tail in the grand cosmic scheme. I think this is the big nasty... I don't know. I don't think this is the one I'm thinking about. Is he still alive? No, there he is. There you are. Little bastard. Are you the super rough one that I shouldn't be fighting? Yep. Suck on this. Did you kick me out of my freaking super move? Where are you? Have you considered that to be super rude? You can kick me out of my super move consistently. You dick, and now I'm poisoned. I hate you. You're a spammer. Now I'm gonna die because I gotta consume a tar spore real quick. I got it. We get it. Hold on. Let me make body back first. Now you can't kick me out because you're too stupid and used the wrong attack. You'll be back. You're gonna be off for a while? Yeah, no problem. Have a good one. I probably won't still be streaming when you return, but tomorrow probably. I'm probably going to focus on just getting back to Prisoner Dude and give him his gland. The Cool Ranch Dorito organ, whatever I was calling it earlier. Gatorade Cool Ranch, Gatorade Doritos Cool Ranch organ. All I have to do is like climb up this and a couple more hazards to pass, and then I'll be fine. Ah! Trying so hard, your aim sucks. Grisha number 2. Alright, Grisha, let's go. I totally forgot how your attacks work. What? Oh yeah, he's a multi-hit for his grab, so he's gonna eat my head off. Great. Where does this put me? I think this puts me at the exit right after the very beginning. As soon as you get out of the crypt area. Crap. I forgot. His stupid grab will... It'll pop your harden and then keep going. You dick. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty bad. Stupid Grisha and your cheap-ass cheat attacks. Alright, we'll at least get back to the Grisha. Oh, nice miss. Alright, let's consider skipping the Grisha and then just running for it. Thank you, Poison. Just cannot seem to get the stamina for this. Yeah, Angel. So the where it decides you need to spawn is a little strange. It's mostly like the bigger area transitions, and whenever you can fight Ganessa, or whenever you can encounter Ganessa, not fight. So I need to be over there. So I should be able to make a quick romp around the side and be okay. Ah, bear trap, you're killing me. Stop this. Stop this mess. I wanted to parry that. It's not happening. Okay, alright, well. The poison doesn't last that long anymore. So that's nice. I didn't realize it hits behind you. That's something I can put to use. Okay, fish chest, let's go. So these things are like, they're representative of some creator god or something that you see at the very beginning of the game. And while the fog is running, you can open up those chests. And there's usually really good stuff in them.
Don't overindulge.
I don't think I can. 2,500 and 4,000. I don't think I have. I might have enough. Yeah, I do. Let's go.
Yes.
This is the most important thing to get once things get difficult.
I know you are awaiting my assailant. I've read how you will descend upon me. I will be too slow to stop you, though I will try. Just know that I do not blame you. I cannot hold on to this body when another will need it far more. We are a single existence, split only by the tides of time, joined together in death.
Cool. So this one I'll have to worry about later. In fact, I don't have enough glimpses to be super worried about it, and I'm close both in turret and glimpses, so it won't take that long. So that's kind of fine. So this dude is the dude who can put the fog back on if I want it, but I want to go ahead first and hand over the glands to this dude.
You should be dead. Solomon. No, it can't be. Oh. I see it's only his face and his form stretched across your frame. Of course, your silence gives it away. He always had too much to say, babbling on and on, incessantly. His words wound into such impossible, staggering formations, often contradicting himself, beautifully. I do miss him. Unfortunately, my dear brother spent too much time beneath those infinite golems. He promised to turn tar into true nectar, and he succeeded. I witnessed the world birthed from the fires of heaven. I watched as it decayed into this wretched place. Such a gift. But when the vision ended, he stared at me with revulsion.
Hey, Hal.
You found it. The sacred gland. I knew you would. Careful now. It's a fragile vessel for the divine. The devout squander these gifts, letting them rot. They dwell in the revered temples, but waste what remains of their precious offerings. You must endure another temple, arduous though it may be. Once you return with another sacred gland, I will infuse your tarnished seal with another gift.
Did I not already have this? Oh, I don't think I did. Is it up? Wait, what's the button? It's down? No, not. Put that away. stop. Is it it's triangle? There we go, yeah. Yeah, I've already got them all. I just, I never use them. So notice now the fog is out, and things are a bit friendlier. But I can also hit up this dude and say, oh man, I loved when things were difficult and scary. You got any more of them fist chests? And if I have at least one glimpse, I think, to hand him, then I can go and hunt more of those and get all the crazy, nice, whatever the upgrades are. It's probably like quenching acid, and then where are we? Where's our weapons? Here we go. Okay, so there's probably 6. Wait, what? I can keep going? I didn't realize you can keep going. I thought you maxed it. I wonder if every new game gives you a few more. Okay. Interesting. So what I was thinking is that I'd get a couple more. Eventually I'll get the last 2 upgrades here, and I bet the Forbidden Offering is way out there somewhere. Somewhere in Fulgrim, there's going to be a fist chest somewhere in some very difficult area that's only in the fog that will have that last item. That's my running theory. We'll find out eventually. Or if I finish New Game Plus and I don't find it, then I'm just going to look it up. But yeah, so boost resolve acquisition. That is like an absolute. I must find that at some point. And this is still good. So considering I'm feeling the weakness of the mace, I'm gonna push it. Yeah, and I'm at acid. I can buy more. What's his face sell some? Sell at least a couple, right? For like 4,000 each, I think. It's funny, like the merchant, the rest of the NPCs I'm pretty alright with. The merchant here doesn't do anything for me. He's just some random dude. He's not like merchants from other games that I feel like a bit more connection to. Alas.
Welcome back, my splendid friend.
If I found some story connection to him, then I might feel a bit better about it. 2,500, okay. He sells 2. So that's worth knowing. I don't think I have any tar, no. But I do have the bells that I never use. Golden bell, and I think there's another one, yeah. So, next time I play, I'm probably going to put the fog back on, pop both of the bells, and just go ham, and see how I can do.